What's up, Colorado? Envision Advisors is continuing its growth in Southern Colorado. We're doing more deals in Pueblo. And since we're doing more deals, we need to add another talented agent to our team to help out with Pueblo down there. So in this podcast, we'll run through the details about Envision Advisors, our expansion plans, and why we're a very unique organization for real estate agents to come work with us. To help explain the opportunity, I've got Preston Newberry. How are you, Preston?
I'm doing great, Chris. How are you today?
Doing really good.
Got some exciting stuff happening over here.
I love the growth and always finding more talented people to come work with us.
Yep, and we've had really good success finding, talented people to join our team through the podcast and just our network. So I'm happy to talk about this today.
And our second host is Jenny Bayless. Jenny, how are you?
Doing great. How about you guys?
Doing really good. So to jump into this, because I know time is precious, Preston, give everyone an overview about Envision Advisors. Who are we? What do we do?
Yeah, so Envision Advisors, we are a firm of highly talented real estate agents that focus on investing and helping clients invest here in Colorado. So mostly in the metro area of Denver, Colorado Springs, and now we're expanding into Pueblo. So we've got a lot of really high producing talented agents, and we're looking to, add some more people to the roster.
Yeah. And really what makes Envision Advisors unique to go upon that is just, the investor focus. Like that is the vast majority of transactions we focus on. That's the niche we help with our clients on. But from an agent perspective, it's really the organizational structure, like the team environment.
That's one thing that we've really, taken to heart with things as we've grown and built up the Envision Advisors is how we've structured us from an organizational standpoint. And we're very unique from what most real estate teams are in the fact that we've actually built our organization out much like a sports team. And we talk about it quite a bit, but, everyone on the team has their roles, and agents, including them, we want them to be doing agent activities, right? We've got a lot of support staff and a lot of people behind the scenes to help our agents look like rock stars and get deals done. And so that's one of the things I think that makes us very unique is that, our agents are not having to be a one man or one woman show. They're able to go out and do the things that they're good at. And we've got the support staff behind the scenes and with them to help get those deals done and give our clients the best experience possible. And
I actually think Jenny's story is a great story to share in here because, Jenny runs our Colorado Springs and Pueblo division at Envision Advisors, but it was about, I think 2 years ago, we started working together. And Jenny, you came from a very big, low-cost brokerage, then starting with Envision Advisors. What was the big difference you saw in like our structure compared to most teams and brokerages out there?
Oh, I mean, many to count, but the primary one is just education. I learned so much. I realized that I was writing my contracts horribly before until, I joined Envision and got an education on that, and just being able to ask questions, complicated situations. I can just pick up the phone and call somebody and someone will be able to help. So, I mean, that has just expanded my knowledge from an agent, from an investor, just, infinitely within the last couple of years.
And let's talk about the growth that you've been able to help drive in Colorado Springs and now Pueblo, because I think last year we did just over 50 deals in Springs and Pueblo, right?
Yeah. So Leah and myself, we are the two agents that work down in Southern Colorado, and we did over 50 deals. So we're hoping to pump that up a little bit this year. But I see Pueblo as a really good opportunity for investors, for Envision to continue to expand into. We were just talking about how the interest rates are rising right now. So it's squeezing cash flow, Colorado Springs, Denver. Well, guess what? Pueblo still is able to cash flow. So I think that it's a really good opportunity along the Front Range.
And let's talk about this because, I mean, like I said, you spearhead Colorado Springs, and then last year, Pueblo became on your radar and you started really driving expansion down there. Paint everyone a picture as far as like why they got on your radar and the growth you've seen and what you want to do down there.
Yeah. So, I mean, as part of our, job, I think that it's to constantly turn over stones and try to find opportunities for investors. And then that way we give them a lot of different options to pick from. So whether that be, different strategies like room by room rentals or, long-term rentals, that sort of thing. I also think that location is another aspect to look into. So with Pueblo, I wanted to kind of investigate the economics behind it, kind of what's going on from a rental property owner perspective, and it really fit the bill. So in the show notes, we should reference the economic presentation that we did a couple months ago. And just there's a lot of growth that's going on down there. We also have a presentation on that as well, kind of highlighting some of the public policy initiatives that's happening.
Yeah, and we'll definitely link to those in the show notes here. And I mean, Jenny, you've done a great job of educating myself along with a lot of people on Pueblo, and I've learned a lot,
Yep.
and I've definitely changed my opinion and stance on Pueblo. From
My views have
standpoint.
changed quite a bit as well.
Yeah.
So thank you for that.
So thank you, and you've done a phenomenal job. And let's kind of talk about a little more tactical details for expansion down there, because I mean, you and Leah did just over 50 deals last year, which is cranking. I mean, that is a lot of deals. And we're always, kind of looking at supply and demand. Hey, we see our pipeline. We see where growth is going. We need more staff. We need more resources here. How can we plan ahead of growth? And that's a big part of this podcast, to go out there and find a talented person. Not an urgent need, but having the right person that's a right fit for our culture is super important to us. I mean, as we mentioned, Jenny, when we were expanding 2 years ago, you reached out, an amazing fit for the culture. Leah reached out last year, amazing fit for the culture. And this is, again, the same type of cultural fit and timeline fit we want here for our Pueblo expansion. And so, Jenny, what's the ideal type of agent you want partnering with you and Leah down south?
Yeah, so great question. I don't think that we have enough need for a full-time agent at this time. So we're really looking for someone, really to give the opportunity to someone who's a newer agent, perhaps a junior agent, someone who wants to learn from the team itself, learn how to be an investor, learn how to be an investor-friendly agent, focus on showings and kind of learning the ropes that way. And then, obviously wanting to be part of the team. And then hopefully, Leah and I are working really, really hard to ramp up everything so that it could grow from a part-time to joining the team. So that's really kind of our, short, medium, and long-term envision for this position.
And I love that model because, it's helps with the fit and helps to get everyone trained and on board where we can, I don't want to say start slow, but we can start where we're not overwhelming people.
Well, we can grow together, right? That's
Yeah.
a big thing for us, and what we've learned throughout this whole process, as we've grown as a firm and as an organization, is we want to find people that have the same mindset as us, are optimistic and willing to grow and learn with us, as we continue down our path.
And so really a couple scenarios, as we see it's a great fit, is, as Jenny said, hey, a newer agent that is young, hungry, has some experience, and can grow in that role part-time, or experienced agents. We've had agents successfully from both types of backgrounds, experienced agents and also newer agents. A lot of times experienced agents hey, I'm really good at what I do, getting deals in a contract, negotiating, but they don't want to do all the other stuff. And that's where the team environment, organizational structure comes into play. So our high level recommendation is, if you have interest in working with us, interest in doing more business, interested in working with an organization like us, reach out to us. All the details and show notes for how to apply. We love having conversations and exploring it. But don't worry about all the details. Having that cultural fit and the big picture fit is by far the most important thing to us and our clients.
Absolutely, Chris, you nailed it.
And I will say here, to really clarify, it's people that care about providing a really high quality product to our clients, just do an amazing job. Because I think we all take the pride in the fact that we do an above average job for our clients in the marketplace. And someone that wants to grow. If you want to sit back, relax, or you don't want to go out there and hustle, that's not the right fit for us. We're growing, we're trying new things, we have momentum, and that's the right fit for us. And so we want someone that's in growth mode for their business, because it becomes a really good win-win.
Yep. Let's all grind together and make stuff happen.
Yeah. All right. So if you have any questions, reach out to us. But most importantly, go to the show notes. We'll have details on what we're looking for and details on how to apply. And I always say this, please pay attention on the 2 or 3 steps on how to apply. If you can't follow those instructions, it's an automatic weed out. So there's your heads up to pay attention to detail, because the details on that reflect the details you do or don't do on your contracts. So please pay attention to those details. Preston, this is great. Jenny, this is great.
Thanks,
We look
Chris.
forward to talking to everyone.
Take care.